doing this show,
you want to be
I want to show up ready, and
Yeah.
I want to show up better. We don't talk about that enough, because a lot of what we do here is a vent, and it's a frustration, and it's like,
I was just gonna say, like,
this felt like shit. And
what we just did for the first half of the show is like what we do off mics.
yeah, it's just it's actually just our friendship. We're just having a conversation.
Yeah, we just like kind of, because venting is so important to everybody, whether you're a man, woman, doesn't matter.
You got to get it out.
You have to get it out, and I really hope that everybody has at least that one friend.
You need the opportunity to just puke out all the shitty things
100%.
or whatever's in your brain. But I just like hope so much that everybody has at least one person they can do that with. Had a weekend. I think it's still from Friday.
I think so. Well, I guess we're going already. Yeah,
we're going. Yeah. I think it's still from Friday.
Okay, so you had a nice weekend.
Yeah. It's been a good weekend.
So Friday you had a little get together with friends,
with all my
previous family.
Yeah, my previous work family.
Okay. Yeah. Was this like a little kind of final?
It was like a goodbye party in a way.
That's nice.
Yeah, it was nice, and it was kind, and everyone was so sweet, and
that's awesome.
We got really drunk.
Well, that just shows that you guys are still friends. You're moving on.
Yeah, it's it's all good.
Yeah,
so it's a weird. I don't think a lot of people go through such a positive thing.
Yeah,
like it's bittersweet, because it's everyone's sad and they're gonna miss me and I'll miss them, and they were a great team, and like I've never had a better team in my life, and like that was really fun.
You want to give them a shout out, like
the Keith Cannabis team?
Cannabis, like they've been awesome. Yeah,
they've been unreal. They've been the best team ever. I love them all, and we had so much fun, and everybody came. Like nobody missed it.
Oh, that's good.
So it was like the whole crew, and it was just really fun. And like I had a lot of drinks.
Well, I mean, that's
a lot of
that's
them.
a proper goodbye. Yeah.
Oh yeah, that was a proper goodbye.
It has to be like that. Yeah.
I don't know if I remember parts of it, but like that's a proper goodbye.
It's like they had next to like, oh, did I just say that?
Yeah, it was funny. My wife came into the room the next morning.
Yeah.
And she's like, it smelled like a fucking brewery in the bedroom. And I'm like, yeah.
Yeah, no kidding.
And then it was funny because today, this was 2 days ago, and I went to my in-laws for dinner yesterday, and like I didn't have much to drink. I drove home, so I had like I was there for 6 hours. I probably had 5 drinks.
Okay.
And or whatever. Yeah. Plug in whatever's legal for me to drive home.
Yeah, well,
I think that's pretty close. So
you had 5 drinks at the first hour, and then you were sitting around.
I had 3 in the first hour, and then I had a glass of wine with dinner and whatever.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah,
it's fine. I'm responsible with that, so it's fine.
Yeah.
And then this morning again, my wife's like, smells like a fucking brew. I'm like, that's probably still Friday. Like,
that's still lingering.
I don't know if you realize how much I drank on Friday, but like, it's probably still Friday.
Yeah, nice. Well, hey, but you know what? It's
and fucking cheers to that.
Yeah. Well,
now it's Sunday.
I'll drink to that too.
Here we are.
Yeah. I got like a nice pink drink.
Look at that thing.
Yeah, I bought that grapefruit diet drink, and it's unbelievable.
Nice. I had a sip of yours, and
I like anything grapefruit. Like I like grapefruit.
Do you like eating grapefruit?
Oh yeah, I love it.
Really?
Yeah. Oh,
like just straight up?
Straight up.
Or do you do the salt thing with the torch and the?
No, I don't like. Salt and fruit don't go together for me.
They do though.
I know, but my buddy told me grapes with salt too, like really good. No, it's disgusting. In my opinion, for me, yeah.
Okay. I want you to try something one time with a grapefruit.
Okay. Well, you got to make it for me.
There's a chef
that's the only way I try.
There's a chef that I really love. He's a TV chef. His name's Alton Brown.
Okay.
And he used to do this show called Good Eats, where he talks about food and cooking methods and scientific. Yeah. Me and my daughter actually watch it together a lot, and then like to learn about cooking.
Yeah.
And he did a segment on grapefruit, and it was very interesting.
Okay.
Yeah,
I'll have to check it out, because I'm always open to trying new things, right? But like, I love just grapefruit, pomelo, oranges, fine, everything. Yeah,
grapefruit's so like.
Well, see, like what I do
so
is we peel the skin, because the skin has that bitter taste.
Okay.
Man, I'm drooling. I'm literally salivating. Like, I have waterfalls in my mouth because I love grapefruit so much.
I didn't know this about you. I'm learning something new about you today. I had no idea you like
I don't
grapefruit.
eat it a lot because it's super high in sugar, but...
it's natural sugars. It's not
well,
as bad, but it's still a thing.
It's still a lot.
Yeah.
But yeah, no. So I saw a grapefruit drink. I'm like, yeah. And then I just found a bottle of white rum in the cupboards. I was like, oh my god, they used to be my go-to drink. Like when I moved here, like in Slovakia, there was no such thing as white rum.
Really?
No.
Did they have rum at all?
Yeah, but it was like very much. So the Slovak rum tastes very much like the liquor that's in eggnog or the egg liquor. Like you can make this. You can buy this.
What the fuck are you talking about?
Oh, see, you can buy it here too, but it's not everywhere. But it's basically mixed rum and eggnog, and it's like this egg liquor drink that. Like in Europe, it's huge. You can buy actual bottles of it.
Okay.
I don't like it that much.
It sounds weird to me.
Yeah, I don't like eggnog anyway. So, but
I love a good eggnog.
So it was always just dark rum. It's very different rum in Slovakia, right?
Yeah. Okay.
And so when I moved here and like, white rum, like what is that? And with Coke, like probably for 2-3 years, that's all I drank is like white rum and Coke, and it was so good. And then so I kind of switched to whiskey, and then. I always have rum because I like my mojitos, you know. But I was like, I haven't had white rum in a long time. And with this grapefruit, it's like...
You're on fire over there.
You know what? I've been very busy this week, and so drinks are tasting really good.
Okay.
Why don't we check in, and then we'll touch on all that.
Are we not doing intros anymore? I guess we did it.
Yeah, we did. It's just natural intro. Yeah, we just kind of, hey, everybody.
You're supposed to do them now. It's season 2.
Yeah, well, I do it how I want.
Which you also denied me of, despite how many times I brought it up on the fucking show.
I know Rachel, one of our listeners, Rachel, she messaged on IG and privately too. Like, again, first of all, thank you for all the love that you guys
We have lots of women listeners.
We do.
I like that. I encourage that.
And Rachel said, like, I also love that it's season 2. And I'm like, don't encourage Tim. She's like, I agree with Tim. Yeah. I'm like, damn it.
No, it should be season 2, and you denied me that.
Don't tell me what to do.
Probably just because I wanted to do it. So I should have actually said, don't make it season 2.
Exactly.
And then you would have made it season 2.
Yeah, you should.
My fault. That's my fault. I know better than that.
That's stupid.
Yeah, that would be a really stupid idea. I know. Fuck.
So yeah, you screwed up there. But yeah, so shout out to all the people that sent me a message after our last episode. It was one of our best episodes.
I think that, and I don't like ranking them.
No,
because they're all unique and special. Like they really are in their own way, and like I enjoy them all.
Yeah,
other than 100%. The 2 that we've done, but other than the 2, I enjoy them all.
Yeah.
Now you can guess which 2, but well, you know, but nobody else does.
We're not going to talk about it. Yeah.
2 were shit, but outside of that,
1 was shit for sure.
They've all been great, and so I hate to rank them, but like having your son on was just a different. It was just so different.
Yeah, it was just a different vibe, and like honestly, like you said it the best. Like the innocence of him talking about like how like the honesty that he spoke with.
Yeah.
Because that's what kids are. Kids
everything they say is the truth.
Yeah,
they just tell you the truth.
Yeah, kids they're not really equipped to take into consideration of other people listening necessarily, you know?
Not in the same way.
Yeah, like we might not say something because how it's going to make the other person feel. Whereas like kids are just like, they say what they think.
Yeah.
And, well, that's why I cried so much too. Like, you know, when he called me his best friend. Like,
you
like
were
that's
sobbing.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I've rewatched that, and I've talked to other people, and like I
saved those questions for the end on purpose.
The tears were coming out when I was just talking about them. So, but yeah, like the thing is, like it's been so good to have him here and just really like listen to his perspective, right?
Yeah. Well, and you realize that his perspective is so less complex than what we think about. Like
100%.
If you would have asked me how that would go before the episode, I would have never been able to predict that that's how it was going to go.
No,
ever.
Not one bit. Yeah.
For a second, because my brain's jaded and polluted with bullshit and life experience, and like that's not a bad thing either. Like he's going to go through the same.
Yeah.
But I loved how pure and innocent, which are two weird words to use with Jacob, but like,
yeah, he's not pure nor innocent.
But his heart is so pure and innocent, and like to really see that and give him a venue to say, hey man, whatever you want, like you say whatever you want, and that's what he said, and like that's his truth. And that was just...
he killed it. He killed it.
He's great. So
he loved it. He talked to me about it. Even when I was editing it, he wanted to sit with me here. And he spent some time with me, and, like just he wanted to see the process, and like there was a little bit of mix up with the audio. Something went wrong, and so I had to fix up the audio. So he's like, "Oh, how do you do this?" Like he was really interested in it. So it was a really nice, more bonding time that we had on a different level.
I haven't listened to it yet. I'm actually going to listen to that one.
Sure.
No, I'm gonna. Before we do the next recording, I will have listened to it.
Okay,
I will.
Well, you do have some traveling time, so maybe
I'll be on an airplane a bit. I got a long flight out east.
We'll see. We'll see.
I'll have time. I'll do it.
What's the over and under? People can start betting.
Place your bets, but I'm gonna do it.
Okay, so let's check in, and then we'll go.
Okay,
wherever it goes. This show.
Yeah, we don't have a plan, so all right.
Tim, what number are you?
7.
Okay.
Pretty good. Yeah. I feel pretty good.
Why is that? Why do you feel good?
What? What happened?
Sorry, I'm a few drinks in, so things are funnier right now.
What did I do? Yeah, what? I'm thinking.
Okay,
that's my thinking noise.
Okay, yeah.
Oh, fuck. This is going to be awful. Leave that in.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm a 7 because I had a good week.
Okay.
I'm fully into my new career.
Yep.
And so that's fun for me.
Mm-hmm.
There's some stresses. I had a really busy week.
You did.
I was all over the place. I was out of town for a day. Just a busy week, but it felt good. It felt rewarding. I learned a lot. I get a lot out of learning. I really enjoy learning, and so it's right now with
it drives you, right?
A new career, a new company. I want to learn everything. I'm super impatient with myself. I want to learn everything, and I want to learn it fucking now.
Yeah.
And so that's not realistic, but when I have those weeks where I feel like I accomplished more than normal, or I learned more than normal, whatever that is, I enjoy that. Okay. So I'm a 7. The health situation in my house with my wife and stuff is still in the shitter, and it's not good. But
despite that,
we've had a lot of conversations, and we've I don't know. It's been an okay week.
Okay,
and so I feel good.
That's good. Yeah. I mean, now I've known you for a few years, and I always see you when you're busy with your work, you tend to be in a better mood. Yeah. Because even though that's busy, that is who you are. That's what drives you. That's what makes you a better person, because you're learning these new skills. You were in the cannabis industry before, but prior to that, you were in automotive paint. Yeah. So that's a huge change. And so I saw when you got in there, holy shit, there's all these new avenues that I need to learn, and you were in a really good space. Yeah. So,
well, and I'm a sales and marketing person, and so how the fuck do you sell something you know nothing about?
That's right. Yeah.
Well, I'm figuring it out.
And at the end of the day,
and sales is relationships, and it's a lot of that stuff.
Sales is still sales. It's just you need to know what you're selling.
Yeah. Yeah. And so just figuring out the lay of the land in the industry, what works, what doesn't, what things that I've done before can I bring into this that haven't been done in the end. That's all fun for me. I really enjoy. My brain goes crazy, but it goes crazy in a really good way.
Okay.
And that's really fun for me. Yeah.
Good. That's awesome. Yeah.
How about you? You said you had a busy week. So
I had a busy week.
That can mean good or bad.
Yeah.
Over under on your number.
I'm gonna go with a 6.
Okay.
I'm physically exhausted.
Okay.
Yeah. That's just we've been doing yard work, which is it's one of those exhaustions that you can actually recover from it fairly easy. If you hit the hot tub, lay down, relax, whatever. You can recover from it easier than mental.
That yesterday, didn't you?
We didn't go to the hot tub. I was so.
Oh, you said you were gonna.
I was gonna go,
jealous.
But I was just so miserable that it's. So
okay. Fair.
Which I don't want to talk about why.
That's fine. You don't have to.
But things are again, like I said before, that things affect me like fast. So I can go up really fast and I can go down really fast.
Yeah, your number changes a lot quicker than mine does.
Yeah, and so like it's been a busy day, and then my daughter had a competition which she won the provincials, which I'm super proud of her, but I wasn't able to celebrate with her because I was in a shitty mood.
You were a grouchy bitch.
Yeah, and so it kind of, you know, I was pissed off at myself for good reason.
Yeah,
but I also know why I was feeling shitty, and so I had a talk with both my kids. I'm like, hey guys, like I'm going through something right now. Just like, please bear with me.
Yeah.
Like
no,
it's gonna be, there's gonna be ups and downs, and it's for the better, you know. But just there will be a period now that I'm gonna be I might have more negative,
just shorter fuse, maybe.
Yeah, that's what it is.
That's okay.
But other than that, like it was good. Like I'm still super. I told her like how proud I was for her, how she did, and she worked hard for it, and the results were good, and
it's awesome.
I was very happy for her. I just wasn't able to show it to her, and then
in that moment,
yeah,
it doesn't mean you can't do it.
That's
10
right.
minutes later, or 20. Like, I just want to. I want to make sure we talk about that because in that moment is different than not at all.
That's right. Yeah. And that's the thing. Like I always want to make sure that it's like, you know, count to 10, like before you say something, you know, or like, so I lost my shit. And then I waited a little bit. I'm like, okay guys, like, here's the thing. This is what's happening. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
And then, you know, the night ended great, but I just needed to isolate myself from my family. And I was like, I need to go to the basement and relax and just not. And
being aware enough to recognize that is already a big step.
It is. It's like, huge. Yeah.
That's a huge, like, hey, I need 10 minutes. Mm-hmm. It's none of you, but I need 10 minutes for myself.
It was funny because we came back from the competition, and then Adriana like knew that I was like not there.
Great. Yeah.
And then the kids, we got out of the vehicle, and then I stopped, Adriana stops, and the kids stopped, and they're like, keep going. And then when the kids left, I was like, hey, just so you know, this is what's going on. I'm like, she's like, oh, okay, thank you. I know now what's going on.
Well, that's the communication piece where it's just like, you're allowed to feel like shit.
Yeah.
Or you're allowed to be grouchy or upset or whatever. Yeah. But like, with myself, and I won't speak for anybody else, but I think generally with men, we have a harder time just admitting that up front and then taking the time. Like, we just, okay, I need to be fucking angry, or I need to be grouchy, or I need to be upset right now. Yeah. But then we just get upset.
Just give me that time, and then.
And I think for myself, like I assume that they'll just get the hint.
Yeah.
But it's like, that's not fair.
Yeah.
How would they get the fucking hint? I'm in my home. I am the least easiest person to read how I'm feeling.
Yeah.
But yet I expect them to understand how I'm feeling with me saying nothing.
Yeah.
That's stupid.
It is. Yeah. It's unfair.
I'm working on that where that's a challenge I have. Like, is like, all you have to do is fucking say one thing. Mm-hmm. Hey, I feel like this. I need a few minutes.
Yeah.
I love you. And the best thing, because I love you, is that I just need some time.
Just give me that time.
But I find that I always wait way too long, and then I'm like, can you give me a fucking minute? Jesus. But it's like, well, how the fuck would they have known?
Well, and that's why, like,
are you like that too? Like, I mean, that's me. Yeah, for sure that's me.
I used to be really bad like that. Yeah, I would just like blow up, and like everyone's like, what the fuck happened?
Yeah.
You know?
Like, where the fuck did that come from?
And so that's why, like, I would say, like, within like half an hour, like, my wife knew, my kids knew what's going on, and like, I was like, hey guys, like, I love you. It's nothing serious. It's just I need to deal with this, and like I need some space right now. And everyone was like, okay, fair.
I know, and everyone loves you. They'll just be like, oh, cool, no problem.
Yeah.
But then like, I'll just get fucking angry, and I said nothing. I communicated none of my emotions.
Yeah.
How come you don't get this? Yeah. Like, why the
No, it's definitely
growth.
a work.
That is growth.
It is growth.
And that's like, that's what we learn by doing this. Like,
absolutely. So that's why I'm a 6. Again, like I said, busy working on the yard, getting the camper ready, you know, want to set up the pool, and like, I just wish I had like an extra week of just like, here's some free time.
Oh my God. Or 2 or 3 or
a week
4.
would be great, because then I could like get everything done this week that I want to get done.
But would you? If I gave you a week today, if you had a week, would you actually get all that done, or would you blow it?
No, I would, because it's like, it's one of those things. Now I have to shuffle. Like,
that's not judgment. It's just a question.
No, but tomorrow it's like, I'll have 4 hours between work and football. So, okay, in 4 hours, now I have to plan shit out. Like, what can I do in 4 hours so I can actually get a job done, you know? Mm-hmm. Whether I work on the backyard, my trailer today fucked up, so I got to get a new jack. So it's like, okay, in the 4 hours, do I have time to go to the store, do the research, find out how much it costs, go buy it and replace it? And then make sure the camper's good, or do I work on the backyard, in 4 hours? But again, I don't want to start something if I can't finish at least a section that I want to.
Okay,
I don't want to finish it in half, So it's one of those things that, like, there's so much other shit that's going on that, like, I wish I just had that week. Like, okay, now I just work on the backyard, and then now work on the trailer, and with no interruptions or no curveballs.
I wonder how, like. How do other people, because I feel the same way, like, how do other people handle that? I feel like I see families and people who just, like, have their shit together. Yeah. And I'm always like, that's not real. But, there's no way that's... Like,
but do they?
Well, I don't know.
Yeah, that's the thing. Do they, or does it just look like it, right? Like, maybe people look...
But some people do. Yeah. They just, like, have their shit together, and they're just like, I think this
is more just like a personal thing, because, like, yeah, if I didn't tell you what's going to happen this week, and next weekend you look at it like, oh shit, you finished your camper, you got your camper ready, you took it out, you finished your flower beds that you're building, or the garden beds, in a week, and all this, and you still manage, then you'll be like, oh yeah,
I'd probably feel like you had your shit together,
right? Yeah. Meanwhile, I'm like fucking like screaming. So
I guess that's true.
That it's just what we, I guess, portray to.
We always, like, don't want to appear weak, and we don't want to appear like our shit's not together. I think we work really hard to do that. Well, and, like, maybe that's helpful because it drives us to get some of that done.
Well, and like we always set up the pool for Mother's Day weekend, which is next weekend. So, which this show comes out after.
Pool's not set up.
No, it's not.
Putting a picture on the Instagram.
Yeah, right.
Where your pool's at.
And I'd like to have that done this week, but, like, maybe I'll have to push it further, and, like, which is okay, but it's like personal goals. Like, my expectations of me are high. Mm-hmm. And when I fail to do that, it brings me down a little bit. But
do you set, I guess, is it about, like, I think it's important to set personal expectations. Mm-hmm. I thrive off personal expectations that I know I likely won't meet. Mm-hmm. Which maybe isn't whatever. But I think that, like, it is important to set those goals, and you should set them high. Like, it doesn't mean, don't set them unrealistic. Yeah. But do set them high, because that's what keeps you pushing forward and keeps you moving forward, and I'm motivated by that.
Yeah, it's actually really,
except when it comes to shit like my yard and fucking bullshit like that. Like, I hate that shit. Yeah, I hate it so much.
I don't like it,
and
either.
Like, I don't want to do any of that. Yeah. I should actually. I'm the perfect person to live in a condo.
Yeah,
I just have too much of a family, and I want.
You just had to get a wife and a kid.
I want the house things, but I don't want the house things, and, like, the responsibilities of the house. I hate that shit so much. I hate it. Like, mowing the grass or shoveling or clean this and clean that and fucking.
I really don't like that.
Purge this room because this piled up. Like, it just never ends, and I hate it. So I have the hardest time.
I like what you brought up, though. That you said high expectations for yourself. I saw a video. These guys were talking about. One guy. They were talking about more like working out, like being healthy in that sense, like being active.
Ooh, I'm pretty bad at that.
And but it's what the guy said was really good, because it can be applied to anything in life. So he says, my expectation is to get up, meditate for half an hour, then go to the gym for an hour, and do cardio for an hour, then half an hour of weights, and then, like, so I can't remember exactly, but let's say 3 hours.
Just made a really sour face. Everyone will see that.
3 hours would be like, this is what this guy wants to do.
What are you, Mark Wahlberg?
Well,
like, what
sure,
the
maybe,
fuck?
but maybe, yeah.
Fine.
But then what he says, it's unachievable every day. Like, I just can't do it because he says, same thing. Wife, kids, work, whatever it comes to, there's all these other things that happen in your life. But he says, what you want to do is you set your max and your minimum. And then and I like that because, like, okay, so he says, you know what, if I can't do the hour meditation, hour of cardio, half an hour of weights, then I'll just go take a cold shower, meditate for 10 minutes, and do 10 minutes of cardio. So he said, like, this is the minimum he has to do.
Yeah, okay.
If he can do more, great. But at least he'll do the minimum every day. So then it's like that sense of accomplishment. We talked about that, like making your bed or whatever.
Yeah.
Like those minimum things that even if you don't do anything else, at least you do that minimum that you wanted to get done today. And I'm not there. I don't have that where I can set that minimum.
I think the thing I struggle with is, like, I know what I'm capable of, and I very rarely meet or exceed that expectation.
Okay.
Or not expectation, but that capability.
Does that bring you down when you don't?
It's frustrating.
Because you know what you can do.
But also, like, it's in my control, so the only person I should be mad at is me.
Yeah.
Like, could I get up?
And you are probably most of the time.
Yeah, I beat myself up a lot.
Yeah.
But, like, could I get up at 5 and do some kind of exercise and start my work day at 6 instead of 7:30 or whatever? And
it's
like
an extra hour and a half.
Could I do all these things and, like, work all day and be super effective, and then come home and, like, be super effective with my family and with the home and the responsibility? Like, yes, I could do that. Like, I am capable physically of doing all those things.
Yeah.
And so, like, but is that the life I want to have? No, I don't. Like, I want flex time in there. I want to spend 3 hours drinking with my friends.
Or, you want that comfort in that.
And then not get up at 4 in the morning or 5 in the morning. Like, I don't. Yes, I can do those things. No, I don't want to.
Yeah.
See, should I do that?
Yeah.
I should probably do some version of that. I'm in a stage right now where I'm trying to, like, I was in the cannabis industry where everyone can get up a little bit later.
Yep.
I'll let you figure out why. But, like, everyone can get up a little later. It's not like a 6 a.m. industry. Yeah. It's a 10 a.m. industry. Yeah. Well, I'm making a transition to, like, a 6 and 7 a.m. industry, or a 5 or whatever. Yeah. And also I have, like, clients that are open for business all over North America. So, like, time changes, and, like, the people in Maine, they're 2 hours ahead of me. And, like, so
8 o'clock, like, they've already been working for 2 hours.
So my 8 is their 6, or sorry, the other way around. Their 8 is my 6. And it's like, well, fuck, am I more effective if I get up and be ready at 6? Like, yes, for that. And do I start to shape my life so that it works with that?
Yeah.
But then it's like, okay, well, it's 6 a.m. so I can be effective for the East Coast. And then am I 8 p.m. so I can be effective for the West Coast? And it's like, maybe, like, I'm not against that.
Yeah.
And if there's some flow within that, fine. But, like, I'm trying to, right now I'm in the middle of trying to figure that out.
Yeah. No, and that's the thing. Like, it's I think everybody is the same way, that we're our worst critics.
I think for the most part. I think if you're not, you should examine yourself, because I think you should be. Yeah,
and so, like, I think, it's one of those things. Did I get all the work that I wanted to do this weekend? Hell no. Also, do I beat myself up for it now? No, because I'm... my hands are fucking full.
You literally have
hurting.
Beat yourself up over it.
I literally,
blisters.
I have blisters, and I just popped one, and 2 more are growing here, and that's okay. But, like, I recognize, like, okay, we got a big chunk done, so I need to step back now and relax a little bit. And, like, you coming over here. We're gonna do the show. We're gonna watch the race tonight.
So I can't stop thinking about it. It's actually quite distracting.
Tonight it's Game 7 for the Jets. So that's a big thing for if you're from Winnipeg and if you're from St. Louis. I hope you guys lose.
Yep. Also, your city's a piece of shit and it's awful. So I hope you lose just because of that.
But yeah, so just there's these things, and it's just been mentally, physically draining week, and it's not going to stop until I take the trailer out and finish the garden beds. But
I think okay, so let's talk about the other side of it. Celebrating when you get the things done. How fucking good does that feel?
100%.
Like when your garden's done.
Well, and
it's almost done.
And that was our thing. Like, okay, we talked with my wife. Like, do we do this now? Because if you're not from Winnipeg, and if you're if you live in Winnipeg, you don't plant anything before May long.
No, which is the third weekend in May.
Yeah, so
for those who don't know what May long is.
Today was 29 degrees, 30 degrees actually in the car it was showing.
So everyone's planting shit.
So it was great, but last week on Monday, I was at Jacob's second football game. It was -1. Like I was freezing.
And you were on your laptop doing work.
No, actually, no. No, not that.
Wasn't
day.
that last weekend?
That was on Sunday. That was their first game, but the second game was on Monday. Yeah, that was at the stadium.
Sorry,
that was
details.
Fun.
It doesn't matter.
Yeah, but it wasn't as cold. But the next day on Monday was their second game, and I was out there freezing my ass
cold as
off.
Shit, yeah.
And I saw some kids in shorts and t-shirt. I'm like, you guys are fucking idiots. Like, I'm sorry, but
where are your parents?
Yeah, right. And Jacob had layers on, and he was still freezing, but at least he was running around. But me as a parent, I'm standing on the sidelines like, ooh, this is great. And I had a hoodie and a windbreaker jacket, and man,
that was Monday.
Yeah, that was Monday. So within that 6
Monday,
days,
just to give you context and how ridiculous teenagers are, my daughter didn't want to wear a jacket to school that day.
Oh yeah,
and I'm like, she gets in the car, and I'm like, you're gonna be freezing.
Yeah.
You are already cold. You're shivering. You turn the heated seats on, like you're cold. She's like, I'll be fine. I'm like, no, it's not fine. But we're in the car and we're going to school, so I guess live with your decisions.
Yeah.
But
yeah, so that's the thing. So it's been so cold, and then now it's been hot, but it can change. So we don't plant anything before May long.
No, nobody.
And so the decision was we had to make a decision. Do we do these raised gardens now or at the end of the season? But our old garden was kind of falling apart. Like the edging was made out of woods. It was rotten. It was time for So we said, fuck it, let's just do it now before we can actually, because we want to get it ready so we can plant things in it, so we can grow things in it.
Yeah,
we always grow our own.
You guys grow a lot of food.
Vegetables. Yeah. And so so that's the thing. Let's get it done. But we know that once this is done, it'll be nice because it'll be easier. First of all, I know the weeds don't grow as fast in raised beds as in regular gardens. And two, we made it bigger now, so we can plant more things in there. And the reward is going to be great because we're going to have awesome food out of it. With the camper, the sooner we can get it out there, the sooner we can go camping.
True.
And the nice thing about camping is we go out there. This is our last year that we're using a seasonal, so it'll be nice to enjoy, go out there. We literally don't do any work. If I have any side work to do, then I'll bring my laptop and do some. But
but generally when you go there, it's
we shut it off.
Yeah,
shut off the reality, and we're out there cooking. We're eating way better out there than at home because we have
time.
We have time to prep and cook it properly. We have some drinks. We go for a dip in the lake, go for walks, whatever. It's just a nice time off from reality. So yeah, it's now I know the next 2 weeks is going to be hell. It's going to be push
to set up for.
But yeah,
well, and my assumption is, and I guess what we want to address, or I want to address, is I think everybody, there's no way that everybody doesn't have their version of this same thing.
Yeah.
Here's my list of shit I would love to, in a perfect world, here's what I would do and how I would do it. And then in a realistic situation, here's what I can get done, here's what I did get done, and like there's a self-examination point in there where it's like, fuck. Yeah. Or like, oh, fuck yeah, I got that done. Like, and those change day to day or week to week, but...
And that's just it. Like, because... And the garden and the camping kind of goes hand in hand for us because this is our last year of doing the seasonal. After the following year, we want to just spend time at home in our back, and we have a really decent backyard.
You have a great yard,
and we have the pool. We have a nice fire pit area. I built another platform where the gazebo is going to go eventually, and we have a garden. So like once we're done camping, I told my wife that this is going to be our camping. Mm-hmm. So whether it's Saturday or Sunday, one day of the weekend, we're going to not do any work. And if we have to, we have. But that's going to be the plan.
No, I got it.
We're going to make breakfast outside, lunch outside, and dinner outside.
You're just going to swap.
Yeah. And it's going to be open door policy. So if friends want to come by, you can literally roll in because we'll let everybody know, like, hey, today.
I'm going to be here all the time.
Yeah. Like Saturday is our open door, what do you call it? Like open house day. Yeah. You know, it's like gates open, come on by because we're just sitting in the backyard, drinking, eating, playing games, floating on the floaty. Like that's going to be.
I'm
going
to come over for sure.
Absolutely, yeah, and
or I won't. I don't know.
Well, yeah, you probably won't.
I probably won't, but it feels like I would want to.
But you know, like I got a little projector, so like in the evening, I want to set up the projector outside. Yeah, exactly. Play, yeah. And this is going to be our camping. Like, so we're setting up so we don't have to do the flower beds.
Yeah.
When we have, like, we want to set up our Zen, we call it the Zen Oasis, whatever, you know.
Yeah.
And this is going to be our place that it'll be all we have to do is cut the grass, you know.
Yeah.
And chop up the wood maybe to have some wood for
pretty good.
So yeah, that's the plan. So yeah, we got to bust our asses now to just have it done. So
it looks great. It's already looking great.
Yeah, so we're getting there, slowly. Okay. But I'm sure Adriana will find another project for next year.
Yes, she will. Give me 2 minutes.
Yeah, let's take a little break.
People appreciate the fact that you're genuine and authentic. Just be yourself. Like I complimented Justin Lamuda from Rainy Day Forge. He put his YouTube video out, and I've seen every other video he's done, but this one was different. And I reached out to him, and then when he answered, he said that he was just being himself.
Guys, listen up. You know what makes life better? Great knives. But not just any knives, custom knives. Need a knife that'll handle your outdoor adventures? Or a kitchen knife sharp enough to make you feel like a pro? Check out Rainy Day Forge. Crafted right here in Winnipeg. Get yours today at rainydayforge.ca.
It's captivating. Why? Because he's being himself. There we go.
This show is brought to you by our new sponsor, Stoke Screen Printing. Are you looking to make a statement with custom clothing? Stoke Screen Printing is Winnipeg's go-to print shop, and they will bring your vision to life. Whether you need bold screen printing or crisp digital prints or high-quality embroidery or even eye-catching stickers, they've got you covered. Their friendly, knowledgeable staff will walk you through the process and ensure top-tier results with great turnaround times. Now, whether you're looking for a single t-shirt or thousands of pieces for your band, business, or event, or even podcast, they will handle it all at fantastic prices. And then here's an added bonus. If you're a local Winnipeg band, you will get another 10% off from your order. If you're looking for quality, speed, and great service, contact Stoke Screen Printing today and stay stoked.
From their humble roots in kitchens and music venues all over Winnipeg, the creators of Intergalactic Sauces have turned their passion project into a line of must-have condiments for flavor and heat lovers everywhere. Getting their start selling tacos to hungry concert-goers at local underground music festivals, the Intergalactic crew has stayed true to its DIY rock and roll aesthetic. Every delicious bottle is a carefully designed collaboration with indie designers, printers, and a bit of inspiration from the cosmos. Whether it's a limited run or one of Intergalactic's core flavors, whether you want to add a bit of zip to a meal or blow your head off with heat, there's a sauce for everyone. Go to intergalacticsauces.com and get your sauce today.
All right,
we're back.
Okay, we talked a lot of nonsense about our lives and daily things, and I guess that's just like normal shit. And actually on this show we don't really do a lot of these where we just kind of like free flow and talk about.
Well, we were supposed to have a guest.
We were supposed to have a guest. He's got his own thing going on, health stuff, and it's brutal. I feel awful for him actually,
but we'll get him back here. He's been a guest on here before, and we want to have him on again.
He will be a repeat guest.
Yeah. We'll have him on next.
I think that like what I would love to hear from people, and what I always like hearing from people, and sometimes it makes me feel better about where I'm at or worse or whatever, is just like everyday life shit. Because that's the shit we do. Like I think about when we're gonna record this next episode. I think about that all the time.
Yeah.
And like, what am I doing in my life? What am I bringing to the show this next time? Like, what am I going to talk about? What number? Tommy's going to ask me what number I am. Fuck. Like, what kind of fucking week am I having? Like, I think about that, pops up in my brain a lot. I don't know if it does for you or not, but I better do something fucking interesting or good because like, or it better be really awful because like we got to record a show in a week. And it does drive me a little bit. Actually, doing this show does drive me a bit because like I want to show up.
You want to be ready.
I want to show up ready, and I want to show up like better. Like the point is to be better, and like maybe we don't talk about that enough, but like because a lot of what we do here is a vent and it's a frustration, and it's like
I was just gonna say like
this felt like shit. And
what we just did like for the first half of the show is like what we do off mics. Like we just.
Yeah, it's just it's actually just our friendship. We're just having a conversation.
Yeah, we just like kind of, because venting is so important to everybody, whether you're a man, woman, doesn't matter.
You got to get it out.
You have to get it out. And, you know, I really hope that everybody has at least that one friend.
This is driving me nuts.
I'll fix it. Like, we'll move it to the other side. I don't know,
man. It's driving me nuts. Leave this in.
Okay. Yeah, I will. That's extra work for me.
Yeah, perfect.
But yeah, so like, I hope you guys have that one friend that you can like openly just say anything. And it's so hard sometimes because like I have like, even like, let's say my mom, like she likes to vent about my brother and my sister-in-law, you know, and like sometimes like she's repeating herself, and I just like let her go because she needs to get it out at some point. And like we all need to get this shit out that's maybe bugging us or it's happening in our life, right? And I really like, I'm thankful that I have you, and I have a couple other friends, but like you're my closest friend that I can really tell you like anything.
Just say anything you want.
And you won't judge me, and you will tell me honestly like, hey, well, you fucked up. Like it's your fault. And
you did that for me about a week or two ago.
And I love that. And I think you also can recognize when I need that friend that's just going to be there to give me a hug and be like,
just listen.
It's okay. And sometimes you'll tell me honestly, like, okay, but this is what you did wrong.
There's two different times for that.
Absolutely. And you can recognize that.
Yeah. Yeah, and you the same with me. Like, you know when I'm just being too fucking much for my own good.
Well, it's playing,
which is good because I get lost in it. And like, when you're in those, especially when you're in a shit moment, like it's easy to get wrapped up in your own self and not think about, wait, what's my part in all this? And like a couple weeks ago, I for sure had a shit moment that I vented to you, and like, it was a moment where you gave me some perspective by providing some feedback that like maybe I didn't want to hear, but I needed to hear.
It's like playing the devil's advocate, right? Yeah. And
it's like, hey man, what about these things? It's like, fuck, okay, maybe I should just take a breath and just like, also you need the opportunity to just puke out all the shitty things 100%. Or whatever's in your brain. But like, and you let me do that. And then you came back and like, what about these things? Like, have you thought about this? Here was my experience when I went through that. And
that's
like,
right, yeah.
It
worked for me. It might not work for you, but at least different perspective.
But I just like hope so much that everybody has at least one person they can do that with.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that's very important because if you keep that shit in, that's when shit goes sideways.
Well, and that's when you start other people in your life start paying the price for that shit that don't need to, or it's not necessary. It's avoidable problems or bigger or escalation of problems. And like, you helped me you helped me de-escalate that situation just by me allowing me to just like puke out all my feelings.
Yeah.
And then you gave me some perspective, and then I didn't do the thing I was planning to do at the beginning of that.
It would have probably made things...
Which would have just made everything fucking worse.
And maybe not. We don't know, but...
Yeah, but it probably would have.
Yeah. Yeah.
It likely would have.
And so that's the thing. Like, that's what this show is all about. And we really... You know, I've been really struggling with... trying to get this show out there to as many people as possible, because we believe that this show is... we're not doing this show to be famous, to make money off or anything. It's just it's a good way for us to
if we were a man, we'd be fucked.
Oh yeah. Well, we are.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. But you know, this is for you and I to actually just vent ourselves and get different perspective and learn and grow as men, to learn from other men or other people, to what they go through, what we can go through possibly in the future, and how we could deal with certain things. And so like, you know, we kind of talked about like what we were wondering, and I think this is a good chance for us to like promote our podcast a little bit. Like, we have a website now, so it's last episode it was kind of iffy, like we don't know what the name is, but it's www.quietRiotShow.ca is our website, and we have a voicemail. And so
I'm just finding this out now.
Yeah. Like you're welcome.
Thank you for doing that.
You're welcome that I'm not bothering you during the week.
Thank you for doing that. It means a lot to me.
Yeah, and so you guys can actually go and leave a voicemail and let us know like what you guys go through. Like, do you relate to the same things that we're going
Or are we
through?
way off base? Or is there something we haven't covered or missed? Or do you just need to talk about some shit? Yeah,
like let us know. Like, if I believe there's a limit on the voicemail, but leave us 10 voicemails if you need to. I don't care.
Don't do that.
I mean, I'll compile it, and you know, but
1 or 2 is probably good.
Yeah. But
after 2, you're a guest on the show. So
okay.
If you leave more than 2, you're a guest on the show. So know you're signing up for that. Yeah, because there's more to unpack than what a voicemail covers.
But yeah, so like go to our website, leave us a voicemail, and let us know like what do you really. First of all, let us know whether you like what we talk about, whether you can relate to certain things that we're talking about.
Have we missed anything? Is there something you want to talk about with us?
Yeah, like...
And it doesn't mean you have to be in the seat doing that, but like, we cover what's closest to us, but it doesn't mean we don't want to cover all kinds of other... I learn the most when somebody comes in here and talks about some shit that I hadn't considered yet. Well, and that happens all the time.
Well, we had our guest Brandon on, right, with the testicular cancer, and then so I got a vasectomy, and I found like a little chunk on my balls, right, and I was freaking out. And like you were the first one that I messaged, and then I messaged Brandon because like, holy shit, like he had experience, and like he was right away like super supportive and like, hey, go to the doctor. That's the best thing you can do, right? And so it was just really nice to have that understanding. Like, okay, so I know somebody that went through something similar, and what they had to do, get shit going right away. So it was really nice to have that backup. Or not that support that I was like,
it's community. And like, I think one of the things we want to create out of this show, and I think it has created, and maybe we just whoever's listening doesn't know that, but like, we have community, and like whoever you are listening to this, you're part of my world. Like, I do this
100%, and
you, like, I do this and you listen to this, and like, neither of us is any more important than the other. Like, you're just as important as we're all equals here. It's communist. We have a communist podcast.
Whoa.
No, but everyone's equally as important, and everyone experiences this and for the same reason that we all do, which is just we're trying to understand, and we're trying to go through life feeling supported and feeling loved and cared for. And it's hard, it's good, it's great, it's shitty. Like, we all have that.
Absolutely.
Whether you listen to the show or you do this show or you've been a guest on the show, we've all shared that experience together, which has created a community for us. And so I want to engage more with that community of people that is a part of what we do.
Yeah, and I think we have some plans like that we're gonna do. But one thing actually just crossed my mind the other week that I think I'd like to create. I'd like to throw like a barbecue, maybe.
Sure.
You know, like can
it be at your house?
Yeah, obviously, I'm not going to pay for a venue.
I don't want to do it in my house.
Yeah. No.
Sounds like a lot of work.
No, we'll do it here. But like maybe we'll do a barbecue where we, if you guys are listening and you're in the city, if you want to fly in, that's great. We're not paying for you.
Yeah, we're not there yet.
Yeah, but no, but we're gonna create like just have people come together and just really meet in person and just shoot the shit.
I'll be a part of that for sure.
I think you have to be.
Well, yeah, I know. But aside from that, I would love to be a part of that.
But yeah, just like this little community that we started, and we want to grow it bigger because there's so much out there to unwrap, and I love hearing from women's perspective, like when they message us that, oh my God, I understand what my husband's going through.
Yeah.
It's such a great feeling that it's not about like, oh yeah, we've done it, we helped out. No, it's about like, oh my God, I can't believe that like my struggles or your struggles or our guest struggles made things clearer for you, which hopefully will help make your relationship better.
Yeah.
Right? And I think that's a big thing, that understanding how a man's mind works.
Well, and that could be your husband, it could be your boyfriend, it could be your
brother, dad,
your brother,
doesn't matter,
your brother-in-law, your father, your coworker. Like, it doesn't matter. It's just, that's what I think I said it at the top of the show, but like, it's maybe it is equally as important that women listen to the show
100%
as men.
100%, yeah. And
unless you fucking hate men, then don't listen. But like,
no, but if
you have any men in your life, it's worth listening to.
There are men that you might hate, which I hope it's for a good reason.
There's men I hate too.
Absolutely, yeah.
There's women I hate too, so it's fine.
But your ex?
Just for one. It's a short list, but it's a list.
No, but again, if you guys want to help us out to grow this community, just share our shit. Like,
share. Send,
comment.
Can we do a call to action?
Okay, let's do that.
I'm doing a call to action.
Yeah, let's do that.
Everyone who listens to this show.
That's your mic. Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
Everybody who listens to this show.
Oh my God, this is amazing.
You did that. That was your fault.
No, I love that.
No, everybody who listens to the show, your job this week, or between this and the next episode, is to send an episode, send a link, send something to somebody who's never heard the show.
Yeah.
Just do that.
I like that, yeah.
Just one person. Pick one person. Maybe it's an old friend. Maybe it's a close friend. Maybe it's someone you haven't talked to in a while. Maybe it's someone that made you feel like, oh, I should, like, your brain went like, oh, this person would get something out of this.
Yeah.
I don't care who it is. One person. Everybody listening to this.
You know what? If you make it public, if you tag us,
well, then we'll give you free shit. But
you'll get here. Actually, I'm going to show this T-shirt. So we got T-shirts,
a shirt, and a copy of Glenn's book.
And then this is what's on the back.
Are you doing squats right now?
Yeah.
Look at you go. I thought you had a hard day.
I did.
You get a copy of Glenn's book. You get a mug, and you get a T-shirt
and some stickers.
And stickers.
Yeah, we'll do it will be a random draw, but you have to tag us, whether it's on your stories, on your post, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook.
And your new follow has to tag someone too.
Yeah. Make sure.
Or your whatever. I don't know how this shit works.
Well, yeah. Anybody
just tell people about the fucking show.
Anybody that tags us will be entered to win this package. Yeah. A T-shirt, mug, and Glenn Damon's book. Master Your Life to the 10th Degree. It's a very good book. Like, honestly, like,
it's great.
There's lots to learn there. If you're interested in self-development, whether it's personal or professional life, it's really good. And yeah, so we'll just do a draw, but we'll keep it running for maybe a month,
couple weeks or a month. Yeah,
we'll keep it going for a month.
Tell one person.
We want to grow this community, and then obviously everyone will be invited for the barbecue once we actually figure out a date and when we can do it.
Yeah.
But like, this would be great opportunity to just,
I love it,
push our show a little bit, help us out.
Yeah, well, we need some help.
Yeah,
we all need help. This is how we need help with the show right now. I won't get into how I need help from people personally, because that's another 10 episodes.
Yeah, exactly. I was going to say, like, we don't have that much time today.
But thank you guys so much. We appreciate everybody who listens to this. Today was a little bit messy, a little bit all over the place, but also so is fucking life.
I think it was needed. It was needed for us to like.
Well, and I haven't talked to you in 2 fucking weeks in any meaningful way.
You're so busy all the time.
I'm so important. You have no idea how important I am.
And leave us a message.
You're welcome that I'm even sitting here.
Thank you.
Wait, that's the old guy I used to play on a show, not the current one. Anyways, I love doing this, and I just want to share it with everybody possible.
Absolutely.
So thank you guys for being here. Instagram at Quiet Riot Show, quietriot@gmail.com,
Quiet Riot Show on everything.
.ca, voicemails.
Yeah, leave us
say
a voicemail.
whatever you want. Don't leave more than 2, because if you do, you're a guest. So
and like you might hear from him if you leave, because this guy doesn't like voicemails from same people.
If you leave more than 2, you're coming on as a guest. That's it.
Yeah, he's gonna drag you here personally. Probably.
I will. I'll pick you up. I'll drive you. Well, I might not drive you home, but I'll pick you up. Thanks a lot, guys. Okay. Have a good one.
Bye.
Thanks for tuning in to this episode of The Quiet Riot Show. We want to give a big shout out to our sponsors for making this show possible. And of course, thank you, our amazing listeners, for your support. Be sure to follow us on Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok. We're at Quiet Riot Show on all platforms. Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel, where you can watch full episodes of the podcast. If you're enjoying the show, please rate and review us wherever you're listening. It really helps us grow and reach more listeners like you. We'd also love to hear from you. Have questions, suggestions, or thoughts about the show? Drop us an email at quietriot@gmail.com. Thanks again for listening, and we'll see you next time on The Quiet Riot Show.